الله الله الله. يا ربي أنت السلطان، نحن عبيد. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله وشكر لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. أطيعوا الله أطيعوا الرسول والأولي الأمر منكم. We are thankful to our Lord Almighty that made us to be gathering in time of Dhul Hijjah, in the precious moment that servants are calling to the mercy of their Lord, coming from all horizon. It is highly important, according to teaching of Prophet Afdalu Salatu Wassalam, to thank Allah through His creatures. And thanking Allah through His creature is to recognize the favor that is given to us through the hand of others. We don't know how much we owe to people that are around us, or that we owe to people that have no connection with us. As we are living in a system that everything is linked through a connection. This connection, in spirituality, they say what is appearing is a drop of what is behind the appearances. So many stories about awliya and shuyukh, where they open up for their followers to understand the size of reality behind the appearances. All the time, people are certain about what they see. All the time, we trust our understanding about what is appearing. We might see, we might not see. We might comprehend, we might not comprehend. So Allah Azza wa Jal made through His command so many hints to be aware that as soon as you are living on earth, you are linked to so many things. Beware. Beware that you have a link to your kin, to the relation of blood, to start with. You have a relation to those that have the same blood like you, duties, responsibilities, and there is a link, an invisible link between you that has a manifestation in this world, and in hereafter you are going to call with it. Our well-being can depend on the dua of someone we don't know. That's why Prophet Afdalus Salatu Wasalam, when he was with the companions, always, radiallahu anhu arda, he used to point and to say, be careful, this one, his prayer is accepted. If he asks for his Lord will grant him. And he used to warn them. Sometimes you might see someone that is not nice appearing, miserable, that his appearance is almost disgusting to people. But between him and his Lord, such a powerful link that as soon as he will raise his hand, the Lord will grant him. So there was, by the time of Prophet Afdalus Salatu Wassalam, a famous assembly seated that used to sit by his house, Ahl al-Safa. They are known, according to some of the awliya, to be 80 companions, the people of the bench. They were sitting most of the time, not all at the same time, but they used to come. They are meditative people. Only their manifestation is in this world, but their heart is with their Lord. So when people came, and some of them, their manifestation was so neglected. So some of the companions, they wanted to say, to try to fix them. Prophet ﷺ said, leave those ones. Don't interfere. You don't know what is the reality of what they are living. Leave them. Even if in your eyes they don't fill up the standard. So there is that story about, it was, I think, in Maghreb, in Morocco. There were a group of pious people and well-educated. They were traveling on a boat, and they came on a small island. You know, on seashore, for every country, sometimes you have little islands like that, isolated. This one was pretty isolated. So they landed there, their work, and finally, as they were walking, they saw someone there. He was by himself, praying. And they saw that in his prayers was so many mistakes. But after they spoke with that person a little bit, they were about to leave. They say, we have to correct you on the way you do things. You have to do it like that, not to do it like that. You know, when time of prayer comes, there is a protocol for salat that you do and you follow. So they corrected him. This you do like this, this you do like this. He was listening and accepted everything. And they left. So as they were leaving, they left. He wanted to pray with the remembrance and he forgot some of the details they told him. So, but they left with the boat. So he went after them and he started running on the water. He was running and he came to them running on the water and he told them, I forgot one of the details you told me on the prayer. When they saw him like that he was walking on the water, they told him, live the way you were doing is perfect. Don't bother yourself with what we told you. Because they realize this one is from Salihin, is from Awliyaullah, is the power in his heart, the power of Iman was so great that he could walk on water. Although he has barely any knowledge. So we don't know who is who and what is what. That's why Allah Azza wa Jal said, respect every person that you are going to come with, even though he is your enemy. Respect the fact that in him there is a light. So don't torture him, don't humiliate him, don't mock him, don't oppress him. If he has become an oppressor for you, you may ask an eye for an eye, but it is better to ask something in return for his oppression. And if you are also from highest level, leave it to Allah. So Allah Azza wa Jal is giving us so many things to care for. If you are going to cross your neighbor, he has right on you. He is believe like you or not. As soon as he is your neighbor, you have to make sure that you don't transgress him. You cannot build up a second floor on your house if you don't have the permission of the neighbor. Because if you build a second floor and your house is above his house, you can have view on the privacy of his house. Who is thinking like that today? So Allah Azza wa Jal remind us, even though that you have been put in charge of this earth, there is a relation between you and the nature, between you and the animals. That's why when you are seeing a female of the animal that she's carrying the baby and she needs to deliver and to be in a quiet place, you cannot bother her. And you have to let her to feed. Obviously, as long as that animal is not a threat for you. Because sometimes they can be a threat through their wildness, or they can be a threat to their poison, through their poison, or they can be a threat through the viruses they're carrying, like the mice and the rats. So many diseases they gave to humanity. But still, when Prophet ﷺ was asked by the companions if there is something good that come out of looking after the animals, he said, even if you give to the animal a drop of water, there is a reward for you in the eyes of your Lord. So we know from stories of so many awliya, like this Sayyidina Omar radiallahu anhu, when he saw that all what he was granted as reality by his Lord and as station, Allah Azza wa Jal granted to him because he took care of a little bird. The story is famous. When he found the children, the bird was falling from the nest. And he found the children playing with the bird. He knew that the bird is not going to survive. So he traded the dates he had for the bird, and then from what was left with the date, he started feeding the bird. Slowly, slowly. Out of that act of rahmah, extreme mercy, the Lord looked at him with gaze of endless mercy and made his reality to shine to a point that Prophet Afdalu Salatu Wasalam said, if there was to be a prophet after me, they would have made him to be that prophet. So much his reality was great. So the story about Sayyidina Omar and the bird, how many times it occurred with the awliya. Imam Ghazali, Qaddasallahu sirhu, he got his acceptance in the presence of Prophet Afdalu Salatu Wasalam because he let a fly to drink from the ink pot that he was writing with. He wanted to chase the fly away, and then he said, today is Mawlid Sharif. For the honor of Prophet ﷺ, I am going to let that fly to drink for its rizq. And then Prophet ﷺ said to him, because of that generosity for a fly. So, in way of Prophet ﷺ, what he have taught us, a man, how much a little detail can make you to rise, but how much a little detail can also make you to fall. Sometimes a small things, how great the outcoming of it is. You don't know. So if Allah Azza wa Jal is asking us to look after the animals around us, that if they are in need, you have to look for that. There was a woman in the time of Prophet ﷺ that was very hard, and she prevented a cat to drink until the cat was found dead. And Prophet ﷺ said, she will answer for that with the fire, because this was an act of, it was free, it was nothing for her. She tied up the cat and prevented the cat to reach the water. So we are seeing how much it is, we have to be aware that whatever is the relation with others is hiding something. That's why Grand Sheikh said, احترام الكل. Learn to respect all. You don't know who is who. Sometime might come someone you don't like, arrogant in his way, and when it's present, it's coming, it's bothering you, you don't know. Might be Sayyidina Khidr alayhi salam. Because Sayyidina Khidr alayhi salam, he has the ability to appear in under any form he likes. Allah gave him that power. He can appear many times and under any kind of appearances. No, this is what they said about him. So that's why awliya always they are saying, beware that the person you are freely reacting to or misjudging might be Sayyidina Khidr coming to you to try to give you something or to put you through a test, and you are going to fail it. And you are going to miss the chance to have the reward of that one that received the visit and he was patient although he was being tried. So respect of all, especially in these days. Especially in these days that Shaitan, Sa'idu Billah, is building up so much animosity between people. He's building up through this, through that. Oh, if we are neighbors, we are from India, they are from Pakistan, they are giving us headache over Kashmir, we are giving them headache. We don't like each another. As soon as the Indian will meet the Pakistani, they look at each one like that. This is how many stories like that on earth today. Look what is going on in Palestine. Terrible. This is evil. What is happening? But you cannot blame your neighbor because he is Jewish. Your Jewish neighbor might be the one that every night is praying for that to stop. You don't know. But Muslim today, they cannot walk and they are seeing Jewish until they feel something hard, heavy on their heart, and they feel like they want to curse. You don't know. How is the affiliation? You don't know. Be careful. We are people of Islam. Muslim, he acts according to Sharia. You cannot blame someone that didn't do something to you. You cannot blame someone just because he is from the same color, or he is from the same nation, or he is from the same tribe, or he is from the same this, or he is from the same faith. You cannot just blame all of them. How many times we are living in Canada, how many times we heard, oh, these Americans. You never met them. Did you go in their country to see how they are living? We are not speaking about the government. We are not speaking about the policy of the empire. No, common people. How they are, you are going to be surprised. That sometimes their respect, their kindness is above the average people you know that is from your same culture, your same tradition. Although They don't believe like you. But Shaitan is saying, no, 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 no. This is, you have to curse them, you have to kill all of them. All of them are thinking the same. That's why Maulana Sheikh Nazim, he said, at the end of time, that we are reaching, Sayyidina al-Mahdi alayhi salam is going to appear. All humans are going to enter in a terrible battle, Malhamata Kubra, a war that will not spare anyone. 6 out of 7 will perish through that war. Armageddon. All prophets spoke about it. Now we have the means to do it. We have the power to do it. If humans enter in a mega clash between superpower, between America and China and Russia and even India now becoming, and you are adding all the technology there are, what is going to come out of it? And what Grand Sheikh said, Sheikh Abdullah Faiz al-Dagestani, when Sayyidina al-Mahdi alayhi salam will appear, some from the Western country will follow him. You are surprised. And he gave the names. When they are going to find out, they will follow him. So we don't know. This belongs to Allah. Today, it's so difficult to say to people, beware. Justice doesn't belong to you. Truth doesn't belong to you. Don't misplace things. Don't misjudge people. There is, if you build up in your heart division and enmity, then you are going to be responsible one day for carrying that. And more, you are going to miss a treasure and a secret that Allah Azza wa Jal put in your chest. So instead of building enmity, raise your hand. Ask Allah to guide them. If you are seeing that there is this type of people that are doing harm, Ya Rabbi, make them to be guided to the light. If they are not going to be entering the realm of life, of light, make their children to be in it. Make that dua. Sincerely. May Allah Azza wa Jal give us the good understanding. Make us to be aware of subtleties into our way. For honor and sake of crown of creation, Sayyidina Muhammad Afdalu Salatu Wassalam, ila hadratina bil Fatiha.